Ever heard of the civil rights leader who started a rifle club and went toe-to-toe with the Klan? He not only protected his neighborhood, he protected the Freedom Riders and wrote a book so powerful, he inspired Huey P. Newton to get busy. Yeah, this is a story they don't teach you in history class. I'm Shay and welcome to the Black Joy Club, where we celebrate us. Today we're giving flowers to Robert F. Williams, the black freedom fighter who told America, if you want peace, you better be ready for war. All right, let's rewind the clock. Robert F. Williams was born in Monroe, North Carolina in 1925. His grandmother was a former slave. His granddad ran a black newspaper, so this family wasn't new to the struggle. But Williams, he saw the ugly side of America early. At just 10 or 11, he watched a black woman being dragged down the street by a white police officer. The cop was grinning, the crowd was laughing, and Williams never forgot it. See, that kind of trauma makes you allergic to injustice for life. Like a lot of black folks, William joined the Great Migration and went north to Detroit for work. He saw the 1943 Detroit race riots up close, served in the Marines, segregated of course, and then came back to Monroe with a whole new attitude. He married Mabel Robinson, a fellow freedom fighter, and they had a family. But Williams wasn't about that go along, get along life. Nah, he was about to make some noise. Now, let me paint the picture of Monroe in the 1950s. To say it was overrun by the Klan, bit of an understatement. The city only had 12,000 residents. The press reported that the Klan had 7,500 members. That's over 60% of the town. That means if you walked into a grocery store, the produce section was probably racist. You try to buy some apples and oranges looking at you like, you sure you want to be here, boy? Let's just say if you were black and living in Monroe, you were basically living a nightmare. It's in this environment that our guy Robert took over the NAACP. They integrated the public library, and after that win in 1957, they led efforts to integrate the public swimming pool. They peacefully protested and formed picket lines, but the white folks shot at them. Thankfully, no one was hurt. It was around this time Robert decided the white folks in Monroe weren't the only ones who could engage in gunplay.
So what do you need? Guns. Lots of guns.
So what did he do? He applied to the NRA to get a rifle club. And the Monroe chapter of the NRA Black Armed Guard was born. It was about 60 dudes. Many of them were veterans, so they knew their way around guns and they weren't afraid of a little combat. It wasn't long before they got their first test. There was a rumor going around that the Klan planned to attack the home of the Monroe VP of the NAACP, Dr. Perry. So Williams and his boys went to the house and set up. They fortified it, they put up sandbags, and they waited. Well, the Klan shows up, they shot at them, Williams and his boys shot back, and the Klan ran off into the night.
It's no fun when the rabbit has a gun.
The city of Monroe freaked out and banned the Klan from congregating unless they had a special permit from the police. Local veterans from around the area began coming to support them, and then surprise, surprise, Williams and his family started to get a ton of death threats. The NAACP was growing thanks to Williams' efforts of facing the Klan head on. In 1958, they rallied the country around the kissing case. Two black boys, 7 and 9, were beaten and thrown into jail after a little white girl kissed their cheeks during the game. Yeah, her mom heard about it, freaked out, washed the girl's mouth out with lye, and then accused the boys, 7 and 9, of rape. The lye washing alone should have got child services called on her. Williams and the NAACP, President Eisenhower, and Eleanor Roosevelt made so much noise about this, it embarrassed the governor, and he granted the boys clemency after 3 months in jail. Of course, there was never any apology issued. This case is wild if you ever want to read up on it. Williams continued to be very vocal about his position of meeting violence with violence. In 1959, he got into a shootout with the KKK and local police and was removed from his position with the NAACP. But Williams was still all about his people. When the Freedom Riders came to Monroe, he was one of the first people out there to help protect them. This brought tons of people to the town who were for and against the Freedom Riders. According to his book, a white couple decided to ride down his block with a sign that said, "Open season on all coons." He kept them safe inside from a rowdy crowd who wanted to see if they were going to keep that same energy.
Got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Later, the couple said that Williams had kidnapped them and the FBI issued a warrant for his arrest. Shout out to Williams for being the bigger man, because I feel like I would have let him outside and allowed the crowd to show them some Southern hospitality. I swear, no good deed goes unpunished. So Williams and his family fled to Canada, then Cuba, then China. While in exile, Williams kept fighting the good fight.
He did radio interviews, put out newsletters, and forged connections among Black liberation movements worldwide.
He came back from exile in 1970 and the charges were dropped. He passed in 1996 and Rosa Parks actually spoke at his funeral. Robert F. Williams flipped the script on the civil rights movement, standing up and saying black folks had the right to protect themselves when no one else would. His bold attitude inspired groups like the Panthers and showed that sometimes you gotta fight fire with fire to get justice. Now, if you enjoy stories like this, hit that like and subscribe button. You can find me right here celebrating stories about the Black experience. And remember, Black joy is revolutionary. Keep shining.